You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Elise Eden, part of Azure Standard, was created for people who care about being thoughtful with what they buy, what they eat, and where it comes from. Growing even a small garden is a simple way to live that out. With healthy plant starts grown in Oregon from trusted non-GMO seeds, along with quality garden essentials, Elise Eden makes it easier to begin. Gardening helps you slow down, choose carefully, and stay connected to real food and the land. Learn more about Elise Eden at azuresstandard.com.
Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're glad I'm here. My name's Jeremy Harper. This is Raising Howl, part of the Believe Network, an offshoot of Fun Belt podcast when me and Shane and Thibodeau discuss the Sun Belt, but we've been off and on for a while because it's a weird time of year. It's baseball season. It's sort of college itself is winding down. I have two sons in college. They're already thinking about what they're going to do for the summer. Besides, you spend a lot of emotional capital on football. You do. It takes a toll. It doesn't matter if your team wins or if your team loses. They win a national championship or a conference championship. They win 6 games. They go to a bowl game. Doesn't really matter. It takes an emotional toll to be a fan. And last year's Red Wolves took a toll on me. It was tough. It's tough to lose to the Cajuns at home when we should have beat them. It's tough to lose to Kennesaw State, which had been an FCS program just a couple years ago. It was tough to lose in the way we lost to Arkansas, the worst SEC team in the league, a game that had a lot of buildup, decades of buildup, and we weren't ready for that. We were not up to that challenge. And there's a lot of reasons why. A lot of reasons why. It's not just Butch Jones or who was at quarterback or what was going on with our offensive line or why our defense took so long to get settled. It was really none of that. It's just because college football has kind of evolved in the last few years. It's hard to build a team. But yeah, it was a tough season. It ends with us losing Jalen Raynor. And we kind of expected that, right? We expected to lose Jalen Raynor. Were we sad that we lost Raynor? Yes. Were we upset? Not really. A couple of reasons. One, this is what happens now in college football. You can expect to have a guy for a year or two, and then he's going to move on. That's how we have set it up. It's silly, it's stupid. It makes it to where college football players, basketball players, anybody who plays sports in college, they no longer really have a home. They're just bouncing around, collecting paychecks, kind of like we do now as adults, going from job to job, trying to get a little better position. Something that used to be special about college sports is no longer special, but I'm not going to grouse about that. You've heard me grouse about that a lot. No, I'm looking forward to spring. Next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, Arkansas State hosting the spring game. And I'll be there. I wasn't there last year. It killed me. I had a prior engagement. I couldn't miss the engagement. This year I'll be there. I like going. I generally go. I bring my camera. I shoot a lot of pictures. And I use them for the website, Hellraiser. I use them for the website. So I don't have to beg the sports department for a photo. You might see me down there. I'm down there clicking and clicking. Don't bother me. I'm working. And you like to size up the team, too. You see a bunch of new guys, but you also see a bunch of guys that have been there for a little while. And like, oh, man, this guy looks like he took the offseason seriously. Oh, this guy, he looks faster than ever. This year, what can you learn from a spring game, right? You can't really learn anything. There have been times that I've seen guys at the spring game. I thought, this guy, he's going to be a contributor. Never gets on the field. Never gets on the field in the regular season. I can't judge talent. This year, we'll be looking at quarterbacks, right? Yeah, this year we've lost quarterbacks. We lost Jalen Raynor. He's moved on. We lost Josh Flowers. I was thinking that this year would be the year for spring flowers. 6'3" guy. He had everything, right? He could run a little bit. He looked like he could throw. He had the makeup of a kid who could be a star. Anytime Raynor had trouble, it was like, hey, maybe we should take a look at Flowers. Everybody excited about Flowers. And he moved on. Even Jax Brown, he moved on. But, somebody who stuck around was Ethan Crawford. Yeah. Kid from Southern Miss, senior this year. Crawford, we saw him play against us a couple of years ago. He ran in for a touchdown or two. Is he going to be our starting guy? I don't know. I think heading into the clubhouse, I guess he's the I would say the favorite. But I don't know. We'll see. We've got some other guys on the roster. You got this Drew Dickey guy, 6'1" quarterback out of Vanderbilt. Followed our new offensive coordinator. I don't know. There's like a little bit of talk around Drew Dickey. And let's face it, he doesn't have much tape. He didn't do a lot during his time at Vanderbilt. But I guess we'll see. We had a couple guys on the size spectrum. You got Trey Owens, kid out of Texas. Redshirt sophomore. He's 6'5". And then we got redshirt freshman and Jaden Haley, who's 5'11". Short quarterback. Crawford isn't that much taller. He's 6 foot. And then we got another Vanderbilt kid on the team. Jeremy St. Hilaire. 2 accent marks in his first name, both over the E's. My name is Jeremy. I've never seen Jeremy spelled this way. Is it pronounced different? I don't know. Maybe that's a question I can ask when I go to the spring game. Yeah, like the spring game has been a little overshadowed. I think it's for a couple reasons. One, you had a basketball team that was interesting, entertaining. And now you have this offseason in basketball where we lose some guys, we gain some guys. It's been all good. We have lost some guys. I've been tracking basketball portal jumping from the Sun Belt. You can check it out at Hellraiser, hellraiser.com. I'm tracking all the Sun Belt portal portaling. 5 guys gone. Joey Chama, we mentioned him earlier. TJ Caldwell, Freddie Salam, Silla, the French Connection, he's gone. A couple other guys jumped in since last time we talked. Christian Harmon, I wanted to keep him. Yeah, I wanted to keep Christian Harmon. Harmon was the guy who started off so slow at the beginning of the year. It was like 2 for 22 for 3-pointers. I thought, does this kid even know how to shoot a basketball? I mean, he was missing, not just like barely missing or getting close around the rim. I mean, it was like air balls. Turned out to be one of our best scorers. I was hoping he'd stay. He's not. Yeah, you never know. You never know. He might have a change of heart. Also, Jackson Ellingsworth. He's gone. That's too bad. I kind of liked him, though. Anytime he got the ball, it was like a hot potato. It's like he was going to drop it or something. He was like I don't know, like a Tasmanian devil. You couldn't predict what direction he was going to go. I hope he finds a good landing spot. And then there's Chudy Diorama. I think some people were surprised. I don't know. It seemed like he was sidelined a little bit at the end of the year. Like he didn't get us all the playing time I thought that he deserved. But I don't know. Maybe he didn't get along with the coach. So we have 6 guys in the portal. We had some guys that say they were going to stay. Ali Tenkara. He's going to stay, or 7 foot something. He's going to stay. Gaithers, remember him? Got hurt at the beginning of the year last year, never got to play. But everybody's very excited about him. And then a couple other guys have made it known. Our boy Blue. He's staying. I like Blue. Some people say he's a little reckless. Royal Blue. He plays street ball, meaning he doesn't like I don't know, adhere to the game plan. He's a freshman. All freshmen are like this. I like him. I'm glad he's back. Congratulations to us. Arkansas State also landed a couple guys from the portal just recently. Once again, a little bit on the size spectrum. We got the 6'7" forward, Jordan Pike. Spent some time at Incarnate Word. Don't know much about Jordan Pike. Could be a good get. Seems like it. He seems productive. I think he had some good seasons. And then sort of an Arkansas hero, 5'10", Lane Taylor. We saw him once at UCA. He played at Murray State. He's a productive guy. I think he averaged like 17 points at UCA. Only averaged 8 at Murray State. I don't know how they were using him. He can shoot the 3. He'll be interesting. It's kind of funny. It's like we're always like, we need more height. We need more length. But we get a guy like Chama, and now we got a guy like Lane. Okay, great. But no one knows what he's doing. People seem excited about Lane Taylor. I don't know his history. I don't follow college or high school basketball. I don't care. Some people, that's their whole lives. College sports, or high school sports. That's their whole lives. They know every prospect that's coming up. They know about some kid in Magnet Cove. Why aren't we looking at him? They just that doesn't interest me. I don't have time. I don't have time for high school sports. Even when my kids were playing high school sports, I was like, I have time for you. I'm not going to dig deep into high school sports, though. But yeah, so my point is that basketball has taken some of the weight off the football team. That wasn't always the case. For the last, 3 years, 3 seasons, basketball has taken some of the weight off of the football team, because for a while there was only the football team we had to look forward to, and that's a lot of pressure to put on a bunch of...
Ellie's Eden, part of Azure Standard, was created for people who care about being thoughtful with what they buy, what they eat, and where it comes from. Growing even a small garden is a simple way to live that out. With healthy plant starts grown in Oregon from trusted non-GMO seeds, along with quality garden essentials, Ellie's Eden makes it easier to begin. Gardening helps you slow down, choose carefully, and stay connected to real food and the land. Learn more about Ellie's Eden at azurestandard.com.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Young men and Coach Butch Jones should be able to take the pressure. This year's a little different, too, because suddenly the baseball team is pretty good. Yeah. A-State baseball. Man, I was watching the game on ESPN Plus Tuesday night, playing was it Southern Illinois? Yeah, I think they're like in the 200s for RPI or whatever. They're not having a great season. And it was kind of funny, the announcer for the team, he pretty much acknowledged it. He was like, yeah, we're not having a great season. Sure. He was really excited about the Red Wolves. He was saying we were the top RPI team that they would play all season. He knew more about our RPI situation than I knew. He was really explaining it to me. I love that guy. Red Wolves would clobber a home run. He seemed just as delighted as I was. I enjoyed it. But yes, okay, so Red Wolves, they're in a bit of a, unfamiliar territory for us. We're not used to even having a conversation about baseball. We're not used to being in that conversation. If we're in a room and there were a group of people talking about college baseball, you would probably, if you're a Red Wolves fan, you would probably skulk away. Can't weigh in on that. No, you can come in there. Yeah, well, one reason, Sunbelt's really good. It's great to be in a baseball league, a conference, where every game can either increase your standing on a national stage or decrease it. We won one game against Coastal Carolina, and they increased our RPI. Got us out of the 50s and back into the 40s. We need to be in the 30s. One of those baseball, college baseball websites, D1, I think. I don't know. Doing the projections of the 64-team field. There's the first 4 out, last 4 in, and then there's like 4 to look out for. One of those was Troy. We should have taken at least 2 or 3 out of Troy. We didn't. It was on the road. It's hard to win on the road. 1-1. Troy RPI right now is at 65. Ours is at 49. Yeah, so for some reason, we're not a team to look for. And maybe it's because our performance in the Sun Belt has been a little uneven, especially on the road. Yeah, we lost one of our pitchers, Richter, for a while, having some kind of eye surgery. See you at the party, Richter. Hope they get him back. But yeah, for a while there, it seems like Red Wolves hitting has come back, and that's good. I'm glad to see it. Lane Walton still seems to be struggling just a little bit, kind of pressing. He doesn't look like he's really enjoying himself right now. Maybe this is just how he is. He might be that kind of kid, I was watching the Southern Illinois game. Once again, it's the bottom of the lineup that just seems to be the most dangerous, right? Yeah, the top of the lineup, they're grinding it out. They're hitting into double plays or popping up. And you get past to the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9 guys. And those are the guys that are keeping us in the game. It's kind of fun to watch. Good. You want the bottom of the lineup to be dangerous. That's what we got. And the pitching, okay. Starting pitching has been okay lately. Still one of the top pitching rotations in the Sun Belt. It's us and Southern Miss, right? Middle innings, I think we lost our 2 Coastal Carolina games in the 9th. All right. Need to work on that. Yeah, I can't believe he's still even talking about baseball. But we are, because we're pretty good. Anyway, they take on ULM this weekend. ULM got a sneaky good team, right? I think they've kind of taken a step back a couple weeks, kind of like Arkansas State had their struggles. But ULM, if to win 2 or 3 against those guys, that would be good. All right, that would mean we're back. But I tell you what's good about the spring game is that you have your spring game on that Saturday. And then after the spring game, you get to go to the baseball stadium and you get to check out the Cajuns. That's a meaty line. That's a meaty 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against the Cajuns. Looking forward to that. I'm going to be there for at least Saturday. I might be there for the Friday game. Sunday game's at 1. I might stop by for that one, too. I don't know. Might be a Red Wolves weekend for me. Yeah, I'll be enjoying that. Yeah, so where are we as a program right now? Not just a basketball or football or baseball program. Heck, all the programs. Bowling, back to the Final Four. Didn't have a great Final Four. That's all right. One day bowling's going to close escrow and get that national championship. Are the Vanderbilts and Nebraskas and the Jacksonvilles and the Sam Houstons, are they paying big money to their bowling team? I don't know. I don't know. Are we paying big money to our bowling team? If not, credit to our bowling program. Credit to those guys. Tennis team, doing well. Yeah, tennis. We never even talk about tennis. Well, honestly, tennis is not something it's not like a kitchen table discussion about tennis. But all these programs, you just want them to do well, and when they do, it makes you happy. Tennis doing well. If you invest in something, you want it to pay dividends, and those dividends are wins. Tennis did that. Good. Tennis and bowling. Doing a good job. But yeah, if you want to look for me at the baseball game, at the spring game next week, I'll be there. You can say hello to me. I'm not great with people approaching me and saying hello. I'm not great. I think people think I'm this outgoing kind of guy, and I am. But I have a hard time remembering names and faces. I do. So it always makes me a little uncomfortable. Do I know you? What do you want? So yeah, if you approach me for the first time, hey, it's A-State Fan Rules. Hey, I love your stuff. And I'm like maybe less than spectacular in person, my apologies. I'm just not good in person. Some people are great in person. I'm not great in person. I'm not saying I'm your hero, but never meet your heroes, right? Honestly, you should look at me from a distance and go, oh, yeah, I think I know who that guy is, and maybe just leave me alone. Maybe build up whatever you think about me in your mind. That could be the image. Okay, I'm going to leave this podcast with a gripe. Yeah, it seems like kind of a downer to leave with a gripe because this has been a positive podcast. I'm looking forward to the spring game, seeing what Butch Jones has to offer, seeing these new quarterbacks. Maybe Drew Dickey's the guy. Maybe it's Crawford. Maybe it's Jeremy with 2 accent marks. Looking forward to seeing how baseball closes out the season. We need to get some series wins. I can't believe I care. It's been so long. Basketball? Yeah, I hope we get some forwards. We did need like a true point guard. I think we've got some on the roster. Lane might be that guy. I hope so. But yeah, I always want some size. I want some 6'11", 6'10" guy out there. I want a tomato can that fills up the paint. Can we get one of those guys, Ryan Pannone? That would be awesome. I respect that. No, but I do have a gripe. It's a baseball gripe. And the gripe is you're going to look at it and be like, why does this bother Jeremy? Why does he care? It doesn't keep me up at night, but okay, here's the thing about baseball. Baseball, when I was growing up, baseball was this. It was batting average, home runs, RBI, ERA, wins, losses. That's how you determine whether or not a player was worth his salary. Now, baseball, since Moneyball days, has grown to sort of accept a lot of metrics. And actually, I'm fine with most of the metrics. WHIP, slugging, on base, all these things. I'm fine with all those. I don't understand them all. I don't even know what WHIP is. I don't want to explain to me either. Don't care. Just show me the ERA. I'm fine with that. There is one statistic, though, that has cropped up and is mentioned a lot by announcers, including our own announcers, which is fine. Brad Bobo and his partner, I can never remember the other guy. They do a good job. Don't get me wrong. Our baseball announcers do a fine job. And it's hard to announce baseball. Maybe harder than any other sport because there is so much dead time between pitches, between action, between innings. You've got all this time that you have to fill with, I don't know, an anecdote, a personal story, maybe a few jokes. I remember the guy whose name I can't remember. He was marveling about how Arkansas State had a drone that was providing some video coverage. Spent like 2 innings talking about the drone. They exist. Anyway, the metric that's really bothering me right now is ball speed coming off the bat. Oh, that ball was 101 miles per hour off the bat. Wow! Guys, who gives a shit? It doesn't matter how fast the ball was coming off the bat. It means nothing. Zero. It is an indication of nothing. People get excited about it. Wow! 100 miles an hour. It's always 100 or 101 miles per hour. So, did it leave the park or not? Did it result in a base hit or not? Was it just a 101 mile per hour line drive to the left fielder? Who cares? We know if it's hit hard. We can hear by the sound of the bat if it's hit hard. We don't need to use precious radar technology to determine if the ball is moving at an exceptional or acceptable speed coming off the bat. Yeah, we don't need to know that. It's kind of like, I don't need to know a lot of things that make some people excited. Like, some people get really excited to learn what professional athletes are making. How much money, how much bank do they get? That's really exciting to them. Oh, man. Dude's making $40 million a year. Wow, he's making bank. Good for him. I don't care. That has no bearing on me, except that I know that eventually I will be paying for some of it. Oh, no, it's the owner paying it. It's not the owner. I'm paying for that. Parking fees, ticket fees, merchandising fees, broadcast fees. I'm paying for that. Why should I be happy when some mediocre quarterback gets a $50 million a year contract? Why should I be like, wow, good for him? What are we doing? Wow, you and I get to pay that. It's not the owner. Oh, the owner has to pay. No, he's not paying that. Just like he's not paying the lease on the stadium. That's us too. Stop being happy for this. Stop rooting it on. You're part of the problem now. Yeah, I don't care about that. Golf is the same way. You know, they have like they measure the ball, how fast it's coming off the club head. In some ways, I get that. Yeah, it is a measurement of whether or not the golfer is being consistent with his driving. All right. Something to talk about. For some reason, it doesn't bug me as much as it does baseball. Yeah, but please, for the love of God, I don't care how fast the ball is coming off the bat. I'd rather listen to something about drones.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ellie's Eden, part of Azure Standard, was created for people who care about being thoughtful with what they buy, what they eat, and where it comes from. Growing even a small garden is a simple way to live that out. With healthy plant starts grown in Oregon from trusted non-GMO seeds, along with quality garden essentials, Ellie's Eden makes it easier to begin. Gardening helps you slow down, choose carefully, and stay connected to real food and the land. Learn more about Ellie's Eden at azurestandard.com.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.